Well, could I ask you just historically, you got 4.5 million registered voters, right? How does that compare to previous years?
It's higher. It's higher.
And what does that tell you about the level of interest?
Well, I think the level of interest is very high. I mean, this has been a very intense election. I mean, I'm not going to speculate on the attitudes of voters beyond saying that, you know, there's interest. I think a lot of people, certainly I can say this, that a lot of people who voted early expressed relief that they didn't have to make any more decisions on this election. So I think that speaks to their general sentiment relating to the election. But nevertheless, I mean, they are interested. They're certainly aware of it, and they are interested. And I also want to mention ballot questions again, because there's been pretty intense campaigning on these ballot questions. They cover a pretty diverse spectrum of issues, and I think that's been a reinforcer. And that's why I'm pretty confident we'll exceed the 3 million, even though we have no statewide races and very few local questions relating to local offices.
It does seem like a big number with no statewide races, and I know what you're saying about the ballot question.
Yeah, well, it does. I mean, as I said, even in '04, when we had no statewide questions at all, and no statewide races at all, we still got almost to 3 million. Now, you might say that was some of John Kerry's personal supporters, but who knows?
Secretary, just to clarify, when you talked about uniformity potentially in the future of hours, you mean having larger towns be open for as many hours as some of the cities, expanding their hours?
The details we have to further investigate. But what I'm saying is, when the legislature wrote this, they wrote it with great local flexibility. Local administrators the choice of opening beyond their business hours as long as they wanted. In particular, it didn't speak to the weekend hours at all. We had to make a special effort to get it open on the weekends, and we did so providing financial support to the communities to open on the weekends, because legitimately they had issues about facilities and employees and everything, and those are legitimate issues. And we were able to give them the financial support to do that. In some cases, even despite that, they didn't do that. So what I'm speaking to is the need to have some minimum standards for hours. Again, this will be a discussion we'll have after this election. The experience has been a very positive one and a very successful one. So certainly it's not about the lack of success in what we've done, it's how can we make it better.
The polling hours for tomorrow, some locations will be open a little bit earlier, right? At around 5:45?
Well, 6 I think is the earliest.
5:45.
Which one's that, Franklin?
I don't know if any of them have, the earliest they can do is 5:45.
Right, in other words, the minimum is pretty long, 13 hours, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. But some communities historically, a concession to their agricultural history, opened before that hour, and we certainly don't discourage them from doing that. I mean, one of the appeals of early voting was that we know, especially in suburban communities where you have people who work outside the communities where they reside, that you're going to have early lines because people have to get to work, or late lines because people will be coming after work. So to the extent that localities choose to extend those hours earlier and give people more local options, we're supportive of that. But there are very few of them, not many.